وياك رمضان يلا يلا خليها علي عبد البريوي شحاله يلا.
Now to the Syrian city of Homs, where several civilians have been killed in a rocket attack on a government-controlled district. Reports blame militants for the strike. Meanwhile, in areas where battles are no longer raging, children are trying to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. Here's Maria Fanoshina.
We have been covering the Syrian war since its beginning, almost 6 years ago. We have always been trying to focus on the effect the war has on people from both sides. Our 10th time in Syria, we decided to make a documentary about children of war, forgotten children with a stolen childhood.
بعدين ماتت ضلوا بيطلع الأخت تطلع على السطح شرفوا عوج وقم لي دغري مخت.
أنت كنت موجود أثناء هذا الحدث؟
إيه بس ما تصوني.
كانت على السمين صوابت بقوم بحلق بس هالإيد وهالإجر النص هون في ماي هون هي ناقص الجنتمي.
بحس بس التكبير مطحنة من 9 ل9 تحمل شلون نتحمل.
أنت مبسوط بالحياة؟
لا.
We have faced many challenges while filming this documentary, but the biggest one was how to make a choice out of all these stories, out of all these human tragedies. They are so many.
North Korea carried out more than 20 ballistic missile tests last year, including a successful launch of the Musudan missile, which could reach US bases in Guam. Since the election of a new US president, such activity had paused, until now. South Korea's military called it a show of force directed at President Donald Trump and said it was ready to meet any provocation.
We sternly warn that if the Kim Jong-un regime does not give up its delusion of nuclear missile provocations, the North Korean regime will destroy itself in the near future.
The military here says this missile could be a new variant of the Musudan with a solid instead of liquid-fueled engine. The benefits of such a weapon would be pretty obvious, potentially more concealable, more reliable. But there are also good political reasons for North Korea to fire off any missile right now.
Thursday marks the 75th anniversary of the birth of the current leader's late father, Kim Jong-il. Missile tests in the run-up to such dates have happened before. North Korea also has a history of testing the response of new US presidents. Donald Trump, meeting Japan's Prime Minister, kept his response very brief.
I just want everybody to understand and fully know that the United States of America stands behind Japan, its great ally, 100%. Thank you.
It was a more muted response from President Trump than he gave to the New Year message of Kim Jong-un, in which he said North Korea was almost ready to carry out an intercontinental ballistic missile test. Trump tweeted flatly that it wouldn't happen, without specifying how he'd stop it. North Korea has already carried out ground tests of a new long-range engine and a re-entry vehicle. A full test of a complete missile would be a much stronger challenge to President Trump and regional neighbors worried about how a US response would play out. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Seoul.
Susan Page is Washington Bureau Chief for USA Today. She's with us now from Washington. So, Susan, White House advisor Stephen Miller told John Dickerson the president projected strength after that missile test by North Korea. But Mr. Trump only spoke for a few seconds. He didn't mention North Korea by name. What did you make of that?
Well, he let the Japanese prime minister speak first. Then he said only 33 words, and those words did not include North Korea. He didn't do a couple things that we would expect a president to customarily do in a setting like that, condemning the test by North Korea, and also making it clear that we stand by our allies in the South Korea, who of course feel the most threatened of all by North Korea's provocative actions. So in this way, we don't know whether it was just a case where it was late at night, this is a new kind of thing for President Trump to do since he's newly in office, or whether this indicates something about the U.S. role, a more limited U.S. role in standing up to North Korea. One thing to remember, this is a completely predictable thing to have happened. North Korea often at times of transition in American politics does something provocative to see what kind of reaction they're going to get. And that's what we saw last night. One reason it was important to watch what President Trump did.
Yeah, we'll continue to watch if there's additional White House response.